Inland Sports.
Well, you were in the middle of it all, Patrick. I should be asking you about the weekend of sports. You were at the Auto Club 400. You saw Alex Bowman put the 88 car back in victory lane. What was it like out there, Auto Club Speedway?
First of all, the weather was a big factor.
Yeah.
I mean, we thought for sure it was going to get rained out. Somehow the IE gave us a nice little pocket to fit the race in. Overall, it was a cool day for Jimmy Johnson.
Yes.
He got to lead the pack around the front. His wife and kids waved the green flag. That was very cool. The jet flyover is always very popular with my kids. But clearly, Alex Bowman, the fastest car all day long.
Yeah, and it's good to see the 88 car, formerly of Dale Jr., not too long ago, right, to get back in victory lane.
I should also say the 24th lap, they did a Kobe tribute.
Oh, yeah.
They just kind of held their places for the 24th lap. Everyone in the stands got up and did a little tribute to Kobe, so that was pretty cool. They showed the cars of Ryan Blaney, who won stage 2 actually, which was in the Lakers paint scheme, and then also I can't remember the other kid's name.
Oh,
it was 24. He was also in that paint scheme. Also, it was pretty cool.
You know, and that's just another demonstration of how Kobe went just beyond the basketball court. I mean,
every NASCAR fan, right? We're talking about an NBA player at NASCAR. Every person got up on their feet.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
No matter
that's
what.
Cool. That's awesome, though. I mean, it just shows.
Like you said, he is transcendent.
Yeah.
Everyone knew Kobe.
So I'm glad you had a good time. You had your boys out there, and
they loved it.
Yeah. That's quite the experience, checking out a NASCAR Cup race on a Sunday, especially here in the Inland Empire. And I also thought of you, and 40 for that matter, because you're both soccer hooligans at this point. LAFC had their season opener. They beat Miami 1-0. But as a Star Wars nerd, I had to point this out that I saw on social media. They had a giant sign of the Mandalorian. I mean, giant. Did you see this on Twitter? If you haven't, you have to look it up.
How cool is that, though?
Dude, it's so cool. And I just didn't know if there was a connection between LAFC.
But it just fits, though, right?
Oh, my gosh.
I like that. If there's no connection, I just kind of like how they're taking on that aura.
Yes.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's just aura style. It's cool.
All they wrote on the social media post was, "This is the way." And it had the Mandalorian sign. It was a 1-0 victory against Miami. I'm like, dude, I'm into it. Baby Yoda was in the picture, in the signs.
Genius. It's very Hollywood, though. It's perfect.
Oh, it's
LAFC
super Hollywood.
Very Hollywood.
Yes.
It does kind of make sense.
Yes, it totally makes sense. So I thought of you guys too, because
the colors, they go together.
Yeah, man, I loved it. I was into it. Again, I'm a Star Wars nerd. We got more to get to. The NFL Combine, Lakers news as well. It's all brought to you by Matheson Gas. They are the gas professionals. If you're planning to fire up that barbecue, need that propane refill, let this serve as your reminder to head on over to Matheson Gas. That is in Rancho Cucamonga. There's a Matheson Gas in Fontana. There's one in Riverside. So they make it easy for you wherever you live in the Inland Empire. So the next time you need gas or your welding supplies, make sure you check out Matheson Gas. You can visit them online as well. That's mathesongas.com. They are the gas professionals. So we're wrapping up the NFL Combine in Indianapolis, and one of our local guys from the Inland Empire grabbed some of the headlines over the weekend.
Oh?
Yes, out of Vista Murrieta High School. His name is Javelin Guidry. He played for the Vista Murrieta Broncos. In fact, we know he's super fast because he won the state championship in the 100 meters. If you win the 100 meters in the state of California in high school, you're a fast dude.
And that's a name.
Javelin Guidry.
I like that.
Came out of the University of Utah. He ran a 4.29 40-yard dash, one of the fastest times all time for a defensive back.
And that's the thing, too, about the 40-yard dashes nowadays. These are electronically timed. This is legit.
That's a legit time.
He's a legit 4.2.
Yes.
It means he gets a step, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gonna have a home in the NFL.
No one will make up that step.
Is what this means. Yes. So, so Javelin Guidry out of Murrieta, big time run there. We had J.J. Taylor. We had Troy Dye, two local guys, a Centennial guy, a Norco guy at the NFL Combine. But again, like as much stock as we put in the Combine, at the end of the day, like, even with all that said, like, oh, man, he's super fast. He jumped super high. He did this many bench presses. At the end of the day, they're like, but it's not real football. So it's like, how much value do you actually put in seeing these guys run around in spandex?
You can't. It's hard because at the end of the day, it's like you said, Steve Largent, Julian Edelman, someone who you put into the NFL computer who would fail every time.
Yes.
They can play football.
Yes.
You can get the guy who can run out of the gym but he can't play football. They kind of thought that about DK Metcalf, right? But it turns out he can play football.
Yeah, exactly. They thought he was just a like a physical specimen,
Right.
just an abnormality. Like he
And
was
he
just
ran a 4.3. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. And then well.
turned out he catches the ball too.
Right. Turns out it works out well. You never know. It is just like you said, we also learned from Heath Schuler. Back in the day, kids, there was a quarterback named Heath Schuler who jumped out of the gym, threw the ball over the field, and he just was awful.
Yeah.
He was the best athlete ever. Terrible.
And then he went into Congress, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he became a politician or something like that after the
that's
quarterbacking didn't work.
Even being a bad quarterback can get you good stuff.
And another football note, because he's going to be the first domino to fall, the big one, Tom Brady. He was spotted at a Syracuse basketball game with Julian Edelman.
Yeah,
Speaking
good
of
buddy.
Julian Edelman, right? And Julian Edelman, while the TV camera is on them, says, he's coming back. He's coming back. And then I've never seen Tom Brady more uncomfortable. I mean, even with all the big linemen running after him.
He
And
looked annoyed.
oh, man, yeah, he did not look happy.
Kind of shook it off, kind of with a grin. And then if you catch the very tail end of the video,
What do you think he said?
he says, he's staying.
We'll see, right?
So you got both sides there, which means nothing.
And then at the Syracuse basketball game, somebody shot video of Tom Brady on his phone, video FaceTiming Mike Vrabel, who's a former teammate and the head coach of the Tennessee
Well,
Titans.
that's the rumor. You've heard that, right?
No, there's video of it. I'm gonna find it. There's
the
some.
rumor is
Yes.
if he doesn't stay with the Patriots, he's going to end up on the Titans.
I guess I could.
Why
I
not
don't know.
hand that rock to big Derrick Henry? Kind of reminds me of Brett Favre handing it to AP.
Yeah.
Remember what Brett Favre says? I'm not going to lie. It's nice to have a big back that
Yeah.
you can just give the rock to like that. If you're gonna look at it this way from Tom's perspective, he's never had a big pounding back like that. Look out.
And now, if that's all he has, well, not all he has to do,
Yeah.
but be a game manager of sorts, right? Hand the ball off to a running back that's going to carry the load. Sure.
And more importantly, this is the most important thing to Tom Brady. He wants to show that he can do it without Belichick. Period. End of story. That's all there is to it.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
That's the only thing left for him to prove
Yeah.
that he doesn't need
Bill
big
Belichick,
guy.
yeah. Because people have said, oh, Tom Brady's a system quarterback. Take Belichick out of the equation, and he's just an average guy. Like,
Well, Vrabel has a similar system.
yeah, well.
You know?
And Tennessee's built to win now.
Yes.
Like you said, Derrick Henry at running back, they're good. So they could win now. And finally, from the NBA, Lakers beat the New Orleans Pelicans last night, 122-114. It was a showdown between LeBron and Zion. The second time we've had a chance to see this in the last week or so. And LeBron went for a triple-double. Zion went for a career-high 35 points. It was amazing.
There was a great sequence where Zion's just big boys. Remember, he's
Yes.
a 19-year-old kid, 18,
Yes.
19-year-old kid. And dunks. LeBron, you can see LeBron grab the ball like, not so fast, young man. And launches it from like a step past half court and drains it. You could just see the message was sent like, not so fast, young man.
Still my NBA.
Yeah.
It's still my NBA. That's what LeBron's thinking.
Zion v. LeBron, it lives up to the hype.
Yeah, and New Orleans, even Lonzo Ball wasn't that bad. Like, New Orleans is kind of sneaky good, like a sneaky good young team with Brandon Ingram as well.
I think it goes to show that that's how great LeBron is in season 17. Even with AD not in the game, he can still put the team on his back. I mean, what was his triple-double? It was ridiculous. He can still put the team on his back and carry the load into a big victory.
34 points, 13 assists, 12 rebounds. He did a little of everything, and it was enough to offset Zion's big night, get another win for the Lakers as they try to hold on to that number one spot in the Western Conference, which it looks like he probably will as we come down the home stretch. 20 games left, a little less than 20, so coming down the stretch.
I love it. Pep, tell me how to get your stuff.
Inland Sports, social media. We got the YouTube channel as well. We got NFL Combine stuff. And also, local championship Saturday we had for soccer and high school basketball. Now we go to the state playoffs. We got some of that stuff as well.
Thanks, Pep.
Inland Sports.